Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me for Yoga in Our Cities virtual studio class for Chair Yoga. My name is Anne. Please consult a medical practitioner before beginning any type of exercise. Yoga is included in that. Now, this is especially important if you have questions concerning anything, any part of your health, whether you should engage in a particular movement. It's always good to check with your primary physician or your medical practitioner. Now, this is really important though if you're pregnant, if you're nursing, if you're taking any prescription medications or non-prescription medications, and or if you have a preconceived condition or a medical condition of some sort. So any questions you have, bring them to your medical practitioner. Alrighty, so tonight, this session will explore ways to apply our chair yoga for creating space, safety, and comfort. And we will utilize our breath also to create space, stillness, and comfort. So, let's begin. So we're going to start with our sitting mountain, which is our foundational pose. But I'd like to just show you, I've changed, if you've tuned into my other sessions, I had a different chair. Today I decided to go with this chair. It has a hard back, and I put a pillow on the back just in case if I slip back slightly, I have the pillow to rely on. And then this part of the chair is hard, okay? It's made of wood. And some of you may feel comfortable in a wooden chair and others may not, okay? But you figure out what type of chair you feel safe in, and also that you can really be properly aligned in the positions that you're taking. That's all very, very important, and of course, including safety. So let's begin with our sitting mountain. And I'm going to ask you to just kind of scoot your body up to the chair, the tip of the chair, but I have about, I would say, 6 inches from the top of my, or the side of my hip, I should say, right to the tip of the chair. And there is quite a large space that I've created in the back body or the back part of the chair. Alrighty, so let's start. Now the first thing we're going to do is move from the bottom of our body up to the top. So to do this, we're going to take our feet, and right here is the fatty part of the foot and also on the heel, and we're going to ground those two parts into the mat. Now, if it's more comfortable for you, you can lift up the heels, so now the toes are sinking in the ground beneath you. Now, how far should the distance be? How far a space between our knees? So you're going to take your fists to measure this, and you're going to ride your fists right up the inner legs. And that's the space that you would like to attain, okay, between both knees or between the legs. Now, in addition, we're going to take our right hand and move the buttocks, the fleshy part of the buttocks on the right, and then the left. And then you can feel those sits bones. Now, those sits bones sit comfortably on the chair beneath you. But if you are aware of the feeling or the sensation you'll notice that if you wiggle back and forth with the sits bones, your pelvis area just sits perfectly. This is the bowl shape area of the body. Next, we're going to take our hand and make it into a fist, and we're going to go right under our chin because we want the chin parallel to the floor. And as we've discussed in prior sessions, if you tuned in, you can also look on the floor in front of you a few feet away. That may be your spot or your drishti. And or you can go to the wall where the wall meets the ceiling, the tip of the wall to the ceiling. That's as high as you want to lift your chin. So we don't want it any higher because we want to protect all the areas in our neck. Now we're going to take our finger and let's make a little kind of circle, and let's zip up from the belly right up to the top of the head and feel and be aware of the elongation of the spine. You're lengthening the spine. This allows us to be in active sitting pose. Now we're going to open our chest. So we're going to take the shoulders and bring them forward, up to the ears and back. Open the chest. And you could feel the expansion of the lungs. Remember, that's our energy, that's our prana. We want the breath to flow freely through the total body so it nourishes all, even the extremities, our toes, our fingers, our whole body, our head, everything, our brain. Alrighty. Now we're going to move into our intention. Feel comfortable on your chair, but remember, sitting is perfectly fine. Chair yoga's been around for thousands and thousands of years. People doing yoga sitting. And we must remember that the alignment is most important. We want an active sitting position, no slumping. This is where we run into problems. If you slump, you could feel the difference. You're going to feel the pressure on the lower back. You're going to feel the pressure on the knees and your hips. That's why there's no slumping. We want to engage our bodies in an active sitting position. So now if your job is, or whatever you do, maybe you're sitting on the computer, hopefully you have a stand so your eyes are meeting eye level to the computer so the head isn't down, and be aware of the active sitting position. Same thing with those of you that text, okay? Or talk on the phone. Sometimes it's a tendency to bring the chin forward. We want to be mindfully aware so we can change that behavior. Remember, the changing of our behavior or our habits is not easy, but the number one is once you decide to do it, we must be aware. So we want to increase our awareness. All right? So our intention this evening, and we'll say it 3 times, is I am safe and at ease. So now let's say it either out loud, or you may whisper it, or you may quietly just think of it. I am safe and at ease. I am safe and at ease. I am safe and at ease. And just let that resonate for a moment. Now I'm going to use the word mind's eye. Take a scan of the parts of your body. So come all the way down to the toes and be sure that those fleshy parts are right in the ground in front of you. Take a pulse. Where is your pelvis? Is it sitting perfectly with your lower spine comfortable? You're not going forward. You're not humping forward. Everything feels open and alive. Are the shoulders back? So we're going to open the chest. Are you comfortable? Are you at ease? And do you feel safe on your chair? Alrighty. Now I'm going to invite you today, and then you can come back into your sitting mountain, that now you know exactly how to do it and align your body. Let's just move back and forth, okay? On your chair, rolling from side to side, being safe. You may want to take your hands and place them on the sides of the chair for more support, but just feel the movement. Move those shoulders. Yeah, let's get some active flow through the body. And remember to continue to breathe, so you're always connecting the breath with the movement. Alrighty, and now we're going to come back into sitting mountain pose. Your hands comfortably either on your lap or on the sides of the chair. And we're going to start with our breath. We're going to do a pranayama, which is a stress regulation resilience breath. Now, how we're going to do this is we're going to go very slow and steady with long, deep inhalations and exhalations. We will move into each breath, total inhaling and exhaling 10 times. And be aware of how you're feeling. And notice the difference with each inhalation and the exhalation. And let's begin. Find your spot, your sitting mountain pose, active engagement, open the chest. And with this breath, we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale out through the nose. Now I invite you to either close your eyes or leave them open. I will do the counting. We will do this 10 times. And begin. Two more full breaths here. Now you may open your eyes and get readjusted to the room. Maybe take your eyes and let's make circle with the eyes, going from one end to the other. Nice circles in the reverse. Now, did you notice when you did the 10 long breaths? If you were able to do all 10, that's great. If you did less and you came out early, that's perfectly fine. But as you practice the deep, slow breathing, what's going to happen is you're going to have longer inhalations and longer, full exhalations. Remember, it's through the exhalations we release the toxins in the body. And also with each breath, you're increasing the metabolism, okay, in the body, activating all the cells, nourishing your whole body. Okay, now this is another breath. So now you're going to simply realign the body, come back into sitting mountain. Now you're going to take the shoulders and you're going to bring them right up to the ears on the inhale. And now drop, exhale. We'll do this 10 times. Inhale, draw shoulders to ears. Exhale, draw shoulders down. Now when you're exhaling, you're creating space away from the ears. Okay, ready? Inhale, stretch up. Now when you exhale, you're creating space. Now if you'd like, on the exhalation, you can open your mouth on the exhalation. Okay, now come back just slightly in the chair. Place the hands by the sides of the chair, or you can hold on to the chair like I am, and just breathe gently. Now for our warm-ups, we always start with our rollers, and we massage the lower part of the foot. We won't spend much time on this, but if you have the roller, that's great. If not, you have your fingers, and you could kind of lift that foot or come down to it and just massage all the parts of the foot. I'm going to use the roller and come forward and back. And for safety, I'm holding on to the edge of my chair. And if I find this is too long an extension, I just wiggle my body right up to the tips of the chair. But again, safety. So I am safe and I am at ease. Now with the breath, what does it mean creating space? Creating space means our whole chest is open. Our rib cage is aligned. We're not slumping down. So this active mountain pose allows us to create space. So everything can flow. The breath flows through the body. The blood flows. And now we're going to take our roller and bring it back. Okay. And now next, we're going to move right to our buttocks and we're going to make circles. So let's start moving to the right. Now you can hold on to the side and be aware of those sits bones. So come around. So you're inhaling and then exhale coming back. We'll do this 6 times each side. Now create that mindfulness. Feel the body. Feel the sensations. Let's get to know on more personal level our physical being, which also brings us into the mental mind. What are you feeling? Are you synchronizing the breath with the movement? It's nice to ask ourselves these questions. And now let's reverse. Come back, shoulders back, and let's reverse. Now you may feel your hip joints here, or your hip bones. If you want to hold on to them and give them a little massage, and you feel safe in your chair, that's fine. So we maybe want to engage pressure points on certain areas of the body. Remember, we're trying to keep our joints moving because there are so many tasks that we have to do using our hands, our fingers, our wrists, our hips, our knees, and our ankles. So we want to keep those joints lubricated. Okay, so that's wonderful for the hips, to lubricate the hips. Now let's take the fingers and stretch them out, and let's just tap. Thumb to baby finger, and then come right down. Feel the sensations. Beautiful. Now we're going to massage the wrists by moving the joints. Clasp the hands together, and let's make rolls with our fist. Round and round. And remember, you never reach an ouch. You just stretch and breathe. We never extend farther than our body tells us to. Our body tells us over time what to do. When we become more limber and flexible with the breath and the body, it's going to automatically move into a deeper stretch with each inhalation and then exhalation coming into the stretch. Alrighty. Now next, we're going to take our neck. Again, find that drishti. Mine's going to be straight ahead. My shoulders are back. I'm back to sitting mountain. I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to exhale as far as I can without any ouches, bringing my right ear down to the right shoulder. Now, as I've said before, I have arthritis in the neck, so I can only go so far and then come back. And I'm very much aware of that sensation. Inhale and exhale. If I extended too far, believe me, I would know. I wouldn't be able to move my neck. So I'm very cautious. And come back. And this has been a development over maybe the past 2-3 years. Before that, never had a neck problem. But anyhow, that's on my personal note. Come back, inhale. One more time, right ear to right shoulder. And let's hold that, but keep breathing. Do not hold the breath. Now, is your neck aligned? You may want to take your right hand and just place it on the left side of the head and just come down just a little bit farther. Arm down, inhale, exhale, come up. Now let's move to the opposite side. Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulders. You may notice as we do levels of flexibility, that one side of your upper body may be more flexible than the other, and also your lower body. You may see definite differences between the right and the left side of the body. Then come back up, inhale, exhale, back over the left. Also, your bottom part of the body may be very flexible, but maybe the upper, you have some issues going on with the shoulders or the shoulder blades or the trapezius muscles, okay? So when we divide the body, we can go from top to bottom, or I should say top to bottom, and then left to right, okay? But then left to right will be upper and also lower. Okay, let's finish on the left side. Come back up, and one more time. Inhale and then exhale. Left ear to left shoulder. Take that left arm and gently touch the side of the head and be sure you're aligned. This is one benefit. If I had a mirror in front of me, you could notice your alignment because you'll see yourself. And you'll know, maybe my neck is extending too far forward, so I would come back just gently and slightly. Okay, remove that left hand, and come back down. Great. Now let's move the body. Let's move the shoulders, and let's shake it out. Feel those sits bones again. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the body. Okay, now very gently shake the neck, very gently. Nice and gently shake the hands, shake the fingers, shake, shake the feet, the toes. Move the toes back and forth. Let's do ankle rolls. We forgot our ankles. The ankle joints are very important, as you know. Alrighty, and back down. Now we're going to move into cat-cow. We're also going to create space in the chest. So the cat-cow, we're going to simply inhale and exhale. Now as you inhale, you're going to stretch and come forward. This may be your level of flexibility. And then exhale, bring the chin slightly down and move back towards the back of the chair without touching it. So you can almost feel the sits bones gliding on the chair beneath you. Again, inhale. Now you may be at level 2, so you could come a little bit farther down. And then exhale, come back. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open the chest again, level 3. Really open. Open and breathe. Feel the expansion of the chest, and you're creating space. And remember, I am safe and I am at ease. So breathe through it. And then slowly come back. And then one more time, if you want to use the hands, because you feel safe and you can, come forward. If you're level 1, but you may be level 2, or you may be all the way down to level 3. And then slowly raise the body up and come back. Open the chest. Beautiful. Bring the body back to your sitting mountain pose and relax. Allow your full breath to travel through your body. And breathe. Now let's do some shoulder rolls and then incorporate the breath. So I'm going to ask you to take your fingers and place them on your shoulders. Now if you have any problems with the shoulders, rotary cuff, or anything like that, only move as far as you've been told to move by your medical practitioner. Okay, now you're going to inhale. Come around, exhale down. We're going to do 10 of these, forward. Synchronize the breath with the movement. We're creating space, open the chest. And we're being present. Present and mindful of every movement we make. Being aware of every sensation, because our body knows best. I believe there's a book and a workbook out. It says, our body keeps score. Okay, now stop. And I'm going to ask you to inhale. But as you exhale, bring the elbows close together by opening the chest and bringing it right around. And then bring the elbows, have them touch and come forward. This is 1. We're going to do this only 6 times. Beautiful stretch. Again, creating space. You're also massaging the spine. And one more time. Shoulders, elbows back. Then come back to neutral and relax. If you need to take a break, you can shake out your hands before we do the forward movement of the elbows with the shoulders. Okay, so hands back up. Now we're going to come the opposite way. Inhale, stretch around. 1. We'll do 10 times, because what we do to one side of the body, we need to do to the other, because yoga means union. Not only are we unionizing the physical body with our mind, but also our spiritual being. You know, I used to teach health in the high school, and one of the basic facts was that we are body, mind, and spirit. And they used to teach this in the public school. That's really what health is, body, mind, and spirit. And however you define it, you know, however you define spirit is totally your choice. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to bring the hands back down to the sides. Now I'm going to ask you to do a nice full breath. So now you could bring the feet, the heels up, press down the mat in front of you with your toes, and inhale, stretch up. And nice and gently exhale. This is only if you're at level 3. You may only be at level 1 and you're only going to raise your hands this much. Or you may be at level 2 and raise this much. And then remember to turn your palms facing up to the ceiling. That protects your rotary cuff. Back down. Inhale, stretch up. Stretch those fingers. Engage all parts of your physical body. Beautiful. Now, just relax. Now, if you'd like, and you'd like to sit back on your chair, but be active. So active, you can sit back, but hold on to the sides of the chair. Be sure the shoulders are back, that you are open chest, and simply breathe. And let's go back to our intention. I am safe and at ease. I am safe and at ease. I am safe and at ease. Well, thank you everybody for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the class, and remember, practice every day. And in addition, think of the term creating space, creating safety, and creating stillness, especially creating space, because we can expand and stretch. Okay? Okay, take care, and hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday, 5:30. Bye-bye.